Here we have the Airbus Defence and Space A400m. Of this aeroplane, always on display thanks to its manufacturer, Airbus Defence and Space 4 turboprop for Europrop International TP400D6 powered airlifter. Equally at home in the strategic or the tactical environments. And this of course is why it so appealed to the Royal Air Force, with whom it's now very much in service at Prize Norton as the Atlas C1.
400m is nice.
Deliveries of production A400Ms took place in 2013 to the French Air Force. Since then it's entered service with the RAF, the German Luftwaffe, the Royal Malaysian Air Force, Spanish Air Force and Turkish Air Force.
You got 20 on, yeah?
Yeah, I need 45.
Yeah, if I give you 40, that gives you 15 quid to get either ice creams or cold drinks.
Royal Air Force fleet of 22 aircraft being operated by 70 Squadron of Prize Norton, plus other aircraft of 206 Heavy Test and Evaluation Squadron of Boston Down. Currently 206 Squadron are developing the last of the tactical roles for this aircraft as we slowly, incrementally increase the release to service capabilities of this very capable aircraft, ultimately to include parachute dropping. Yes, they've already been working up with low-level missions, operations from so-called austere strips using night vision goggles. Eventually up to 108 paratroops will be able to drop from the Atlas, which we see coming in here with undercarriage down. And they've been much used on operations, the A400Ms and Atlases that have so far entered service. The French were first, using them to support missions in Mali. Turkey used theirs in Afghanistan, and then the RAF last September used them in what it called Operation Rumen, the first time they'd used the Atlas in the humanitarian airlift role. That was in the hurricane relief effort in the Caribbean after Hurricane Irma. They sent 2 Atlases to take part alongside Hercules, C-17s and support helicopters, and they discovered that the Atlas, as they already knew but the concept was very much proved, could deliver bigger loads than the Hercules into exactly the same airfields as the C-130Js are able to.
You're going to say for the first time ever.
And that sort of very, very steep descent, part of the manoeuvrability that's so vital in the tactical role. Manoeuvrability you can see now is absolutely crucial for the aircraft in the low-level role, in particular when flying at low level, potentially when avoiding engagement from ground-based threats, but also the ability to deny a fighter the shot, especially when coupled with some very advanced countermeasures on board this aircraft. It makes its survivability absolutely second to none. Survivability all important in combat theatres such as those the RAF Atlases have been deployed to. One of them is permanently in the Middle East in support of forces there, and they've also flown regularly into Ascension Island supporting British forces in the South Atlantic now. Powering up. Airbus Defence and Space test pilots display, pitching up. And this aircraft with its fly-by-wire controls has a 120-degree limit in roll, and we're about to see that demonstrated. Wow! That is so impressive. When you compare that to something like a Boeing 737 that has a 60-degree angle of bank limit, all because of the stresses and strains on the vertical stabilizer, you can see what a very strong tactical aircraft this has been built from the ground up. Return to low level, again, the sort of thing that might well be practiced in a combat theatre with small arms, fired man pads and so forth on the ground. Yep, the threat brief will go to the crew before they depart, and their departure from an airfield may well be designed to avoid the threats that are known to be around the periphery of the airfield. But what we're about to see is a very short-field landing as well, albeit the aircraft is at very lightweight, but we're going to see this aircraft stop within 1,500 feet. And not just stop, but then go into reverse. Absolutely. Bear in mind the strategic capabilities of these aircraft are very good as well. It has a 2,000 nautical mile range, can carry 37 tons of freight or 116 fully equipped troops. When you compare that with the C-17, which carries 45 tons of freight, it's only the range, which is up to 4,500 miles, that delineates the two. So a very good support to the strategic role. All British crew of test pilots on board the aircraft today, very clearly have And how short a landing is that? Well, that's just inside 2,000 feet. They've just stopped at the 7,000 feet to go forward. They probably landed about 500 feet in, so about 1,600 feet as we see the aircraft now going to beta thrust and start to reverse up the runway. Two of these in the ground displays from the 24 and 70 squadrons at Fry's Norton. This particular aircraft has got the RAF 100 logo on the tail because this is not just a member of the test group, this is a class of flown by Tony Flynn and John Taylor, as ever, the Airbus Defence and Space A400M.